Welcome everyone to Yoga with Dogs 30-day challenge. My name is Melody. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you here with us. And by us, I mean Arlo, my fur baby. This is Ruby, and you may or may not see Django over the screen here. So today we are doing a foundation flow 20-minute class to get us into the start of our journey, start of our positive habits with yoga with dogs. You look like you're very comfy. So we are going to start by laying down on our backs today. Take our time, walk our feet in towards our hips and roll on down. Little puppy, you look like you're having fun. Place our hands towards our heels and just close our eyes. Start to focus on the rise and fall of your breath. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones, and exhale, release. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones, and exhale, release. Start to bring yourself into the present moment, into your body, into your breath, and just let yourself be here. Let go of thoughts of the future, thoughts of the past, the craziness that is the world right now. And when we're ready, we're going to lengthen our spine on our inhale. And exhale, drop our right ear to our right shoulder. Inhale to center. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale. And exhale, right ear to right shoulder. And come back to center. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Just flow here with your breath, massaging your scalp, your neck, your shoulders, the rise and fall of your breath. And when you're ready, come to stillness. And just focus on that breath again. Really feel your breath inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. Exhale, try and get all of the air away. Really draw your navel towards your spine, flatten out your spine. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. So feel the whole body expanding. And exhale, draw our navel towards our spine. Really squeeze out any last oxygen. Inhale. And exhale. Start to feel our abdominal muscles, our core activating. Inhaling and exhaling. When you exhale, start to feel that tuck of the tailbone, that length in the spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Inhale and exhale. We'll send our fingers towards our toes. Really get our heels as close to our hips as we can. Inhale, send our fingertips towards our toes, our chin towards our chest, and we lift our chest up. Exhale, release. Flowing with the breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring one knee into your chest and then the other. You might just be very gentle here, just micro rocking side to side. You might really give your knees a hug. You might rock or come up into seated, however is good for you. Ready? Get it. No. So come into seated, however feels good for you. Lengthening the spine. And seated cross-legged might not feel comfortable for you, so plenty of adjustments here. You can lengthen one leg if that doesn't feel good for you to cross both legs. You can place a pillow or a cushion under your hips to get them higher than your knees. Or you could even grab a chair and sit on a chair. So just grab whatever variation feels good for you. Hello, Django. And we'll come into a nice seated position, finding the length in the spine. So shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, arms wide, reach up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. Inhale, arms wide, reach up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale, nice and slow, back to heart center. One more, we're going to take our arms wide, reach up overhead, shoulder blades down the back here. Feel that length in the spine still. We're going to place our left hand on our right knee and our right hand behind us, coming into a gentle twist here. Hello, puppy. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, we're just going to gently revolve to the side of the room. We're not forcing it here, we're not twisting. We're just going to inhale, rise, and exhale, revolve. Inhale, and exhale. Flowing with our breath gently, revolving from our navel center, just getting a nice range of motion in our spine. So inhale first, finding that length and that space, and then exhale, gently releasing. Come back to center. Inhale, arm circle up overhead, fingertips high, shoulder blades down the back. Right hand to our left knee, left hand behind. Length and revolve. Flowing with our breath. Inhale, gently just finding a little bit of space. And exhale, just very gentle movements revolving. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Just relaxing and releasing. And when we're ready, come back to center. We're going to come over into our tabletop position. I'm just avoiding Django here. So just make sure and you are comfortable here, and we're protecting our joints. So if you want to put some cushions under your knees or even fold your mat all over, do that to just really protect your knee joints. We want our wrists and our shoulders stacked above one another as well, and really spread the fingers. Hello, puppy. Also the favorite pose for puppies to come say hello. Really spread the fingertips, so we're spreading weight evenly in between each fingertip. Sway side to side here, so you can just notice that weight in each fingertip. You might sway gently forward and back. We're going to take a gentle wrist stretch here to start us off. So just start to rotate your wrists towards your knees. You might just be able to turn them out just a fraction, or you might be able to, like me, after a lot of practice, turn them back to face your knees. So gently send the shoulder blades down the back still, and just breathe here. Inhale, still pushing into all 5 fingertips. And exhale, you might be able to lean back a little bit. You might feel a little bit of heat generated in the wrists. Just be gentle. And if you need to take a little bit of weight off, definitely do that. So when you're ready, come back to center. Feel the energy in the wrists, really spread all the fingers. We're going to drop our belly, open up our chest to the front of the room, cow. And then exhale, navel to spine, really round out our spine, chin to chest, cat. Inhale. And exhale. Now you can be as gentle and soft or take as larger movements as feels good for your body. Use this time to experiment. Check in, notice the differences side to side. Maybe one shoulder blade is really tight, or maybe you might notice a difference in the hips. Just breathe and check in. Move gently and with care of the body that carries us throughout our lives. Always practicing ahimsa, which means do no harm to ourselves or others. And when we're ready, come back to center and just move gently, naturally. You might wriggle out any tension in the shoulders. You might sway the hips side to side. Take them in circles. Just wring out any tension, any differences that feels good to you. And when we're ready, we're going to come into our child's pose. So you might keep your knees at hip distance apart. You might take them a little wider. It's really nice to take them wide if you have a sore lower back. Hello, baby. Hello. If it is challenging for you to get your hips towards your heels, grab a pillow or something to stick in between your calves and your thighs to help take that. And walk your hands forward gently, resting your forehead down onto the floor or onto a pillow, whatever makes yourself feel comfortable and at ease. So just breathe here gently. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, release. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, release. When we're ready, we're all going to come back into our tabletop position, nice and slow here. Walk our knees in. And we're going to come into our first downward facing dog. So if you've never done downward facing dog and you're like, oh, I'm not sure about this, just watch me for the first one and then join in on the second. So what we're going to do is tuck our toes under. I'm not quite sure if you can see my toes with Django there. Just tuck your toes under so you're pushing into the earth. Spread your fingers, push in and the ground away from you and your hands. So squeeze the biceps in towards one another. And when you feel that energy, you can actually really easily lift the knees off the ground. And when you can do that, lift the knees off the ground and send the hips up and away. I'm just going to walk off my mat in a bit. So send your chest towards your thighs, your shoulder blades down the back, and bend your knees generously for your first downward facing dog. Really spreading the weight in all 5 fingertips, all 5 toes. Inhale, send the tailbone a little bit higher. And then exhale, drop to the knees and come back into your child's pose. Really good work, everyone. Breathe here. Just check in, relax. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, release. Now we're going to try that one more time. Come up into our tabletop position, really push into all 5 fingertips. Tuck our toes under if they're not already. Navel towards spine and send the hips up and away into our downward facing dog. Our shoulder blades are going down the back and our biceps are squeezing in towards one another. You might start to straighten your legs and drop one heel and then the other. We call this walking the dog. Really nice hamstring and calf stretch, or you might just be still. Take whatever feels good for you. And wherever we are today, we're gently going to make our way into a forward fold. So if you're in your downward facing dog, bend your knees, look towards your hands, and just start taking small steps towards your hands. You might not be able to walk all the way in, and that's completely fine. It's all a compromise with our bodies. So come on forward. We're just going to bend our knees really generously, rest our belly on our thighs, the crown of the head is towards the earth. Our hands might be on our shins. Might shake the head yes or no, get any tension out. And we're going to really push into our feet, tuck our tailbone under, so send our tailbone towards the earth and roll on up vertebra by vertebra. Really slowly all the way to standing. Take our arms wide, up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, hands back to heart center. So stay here, interlace our fingers together. So we're kind of making a fist kind of thing. We're sending our palms away towards the front of the room. Inhale, find length, and exhale, push away, rounding out the spine like we did in our cat. Inhale, come up, reach towards the sky, and exhale, release. Inhale, interlace the fingers once more. Exhale, push the palms away, round the chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, push away. Inhale, hands towards the ceiling. And exhale, release them down beside us. And just clasp our hands behind our lower back. So fingers together, knuckles going towards the earth, and we're really opening up our chest here. And just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And that gentle stretch across our chest. When we're ready, release our hands. Just give ourselves a little shake side to side, a little massage. We're going to come into our mountain pose. So really stand at the top of our mat, push down into our big toes and fan our little toes out. Activate our kneecaps, tuck our tailbone under. Our core is on, our shoulder blades are down the back, and our hands reach towards the floor. So breathe here. Inhale, push down through your feet and feel yourself growing taller through the crown of the head. So lengthening on your inhale and naturally softening on your exhale. And it's actually harder than it seems to stand tall and true. So see where your weight's going. Are you putting weight into one foot and the other, forward or back? Are you sticking one hip out or the other? Maybe you need to lean back a little bit or lean forward a little bit. Find that center, find your stillness, and feel that length pretty much all the way from the back of our heels all the way to the crown of the head. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Place our hands on our hips here. Find that same length, that same foundation, our mountain pose where we are. And we're going to put all of the weight into our left foot and just lift our right toes up. So we might just be here. You might want to lift the whole knee up, play around. And when you feel comfortable, just gently step this right foot back. So our hands are on our hips and we're going to square our hips off to the front of the room. Our back foot is at 45 degrees and we have a heel to heel alignment. So just check your feet, take your time. We're not moving fast here. I want better alignment across moving quickly. So once we've got good alignment, we'll bend our front knee so it's in line with our ankle and take our arms up overhead. Beautiful warrior one. Now we're going to stay here and breathe, pushing down through all four corners of both feet, activating our kneecaps, squeezing our glutes. Our hips are pulling forward and back, aligning our hips. Breathing here. Inhale, see if you can grow a little bit taller and also pushing down through all four corners of the feet. And exhale, softening. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, release the hands to our hips. We're just going to come onto those back toes, so into a little bit of a lunge and just step on up as you can. Bring that foot back to the front of the mat. Give yourself a little wriggle, a little shake. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Keep our hands on our hips. Push into our right foot, lift our left knee and find the stability in our right side. So push down through all four corners of our right foot. Activate our kneecap, activate our glute. Find that length in the spine and you'll find to be able to balance a lot easier. So once you're there, kick that foot back and come back to your warrior one on the other side. So square the hips to the front of the mat, really push into all four corners of both feet. Bend your front knee just so it's in line or behind your ankle. And open up our arms into our beautiful warrior one, sending our shoulder blades down the back. Breathing here, inhale, finding that length and also pushing down throughout all four corners of our feet. Our spine is long and strong and our breath is even and true. When we're ready, send our hands wide, place them on our hips, come onto those back toes. Ooh, I feel a dog behind me. And when you're ready, step on up. Give yourself a wriggle. Now we're going to inhale, big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch, and come back into a forward fold. So hinge at the hips, bend our knees generously, just folding over our body. So we don't need straight legs. The most important thing is a nice straight spine here rather than curving our spine. So still press into all four corners of our feet. Our hands can be on our shins and we might wrap them around our elbows. And just shake the head yes, shake the head no. Just literally let the weight of the world melt off your shoulders. And when we're ready, we're just going to gently bend our knees, plant our hands and come back into our tabletop position. So come on down. I'm trying to just navigate around Django here. So come into your child's pose. You might take your knees wide or have them hip distance apart. Hips towards your heels, forehead towards the earth. And breathe here for deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, gently come on up into your tabletop position and make your way onto your back, guys. Nice and relaxing. You have deserved this. Roll on down. Hello, puppy. Hello. And just come into our Savasana, our place of deep rest, deep relaxation. And focus on the rise and fall of your breath. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, just focus on softening and releasing, melting into the earth below. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, release. Take a few moments to focus on your breath and your body, melting deeper and deeper into the earth below. And when you're ready, gently send your arms up overhead. Wriggle your fingers and your toes, roll the wrists and ankles, and gently roll over onto a side that suits you, using your arm as a pillow. And in your own time, push your way up, make your way up into seated. Make your way up into seated, cross-legged, however is comfortable for you. You might have a pillow underneath your hips, you might be on a chair, one leg out, whatever feels good for you. Together, we're going to take one big arm circle. Inhale, hands up, overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale, back to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Sending you all love and gratitude. Namaste.